Do not listen to this recording while driving or operating machinery. Only listen when you are in a safe, quiet space where you can fully relax and bring your complete awareness to your own comfort, allowing yourself to drift into the peaceful sanctuary of deep, restorative sleep. Before we begin this gentle journey together, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, joining our community of peaceful souls who gather here each evening to find solace, rest, and renewal in these guided meditations. Your subscription helps us continue creating these healing spaces for you and others seeking the gift of peaceful sleep. Now, as you settle into your comfortable position, whether lying down or reclining in your favorite chair, allow yourself to begin releasing the weight of this day. Feel your body naturally finding its most restful position, as if you are a leaf that has just fallen onto the softest moss, settling exactly where you belong. Take a moment to adjust anything that needs adjusting, shifting slightly if needed, until you find that perfect place, physical comfort. Close your eyes gently, like flower petals folding at the end of day, and begin to notice your breathing. There's nothing you need to change about your breath right now. Simply observe its natural rhythm, the way it flows in and out of your body like gentle waves lapping against a peaceful shore. With each breath, you're beginning to let go of the outside world, allowing it to fade into the soft background of your awareness. Imagine now that you are standing at the edge of a pristine lake, a body of water so still and perfect that it mirrors the sky above like polished glass. The sun is beginning its gentle descent toward the horizon, painting the heavens in warm shades of amber, rose, and soft gold. This is your lake, your personal sanctuary, a place that exists just for you in this moment of perfect tranquility. The air around you is exactly the right temperature, that perfect balance between the warmth of the fading day and the cool promise of evening. A gentle breeze whispers across the water's surface, carrying with it the sweet fragrance of water, lilies, and the earthy scent of the peaceful shore. You can hear the soft lapping of tiny wavelets against the sandy beach, a rhythmic sound that begins to synchronize with your own heartbeat, creating a natural harmony that flows through your entire being. As you stand at the water's edge, you notice a small boat waiting for you, crafted from the smoothest driftwood and lined with the softest cushions in shades of cream and pale blue. This boat has been waiting here just for you, ready to carry you out onto the mirror-like surface of this sacred lake. Without hesitation, you step gently into the boat, feeling how perfectly balanced it is, how secure and safe you feel as you settle onto the plush cushions. The boat begins to move of its own accord, gliding silently across the water with no effort required from you. You are simply a passenger now, being carried by forces of peace and tranquility deeper into this sanctuary of calm. As the boat moves further from shore, you notice how the sounds of the world grow even more distant, replaced by the gentle whisper of water against the hull and the soft sigh of evening air. Looking around you, the lake extends in every direction, its surface so still that you cannot tell where the water ends and the sky begins. You are floating between two worlds, suspended between the golden sky above and its perfect reflection below, held safely in this space that seems to exist outside of time itself. The boat rocks gently beneath you, a motion so subtle and soothing that it reminds you of being cradled, of being held in the most loving and protective embrace. The sun continues its slow journey toward the horizon, and with each moment that passes, you feel yourself relaxing more deeply. The golden light seems to enter your body through your skin, warming you from within, dissolving any tension or stress that may have gathered in your muscles throughout the day. Starting at the top of your head, this warm golden light begins to flow downward like honey poured from a great height, thick and slow and wonderfully soothing. Feel this golden warmth as it flows across your forehead, smoothing away any worry lines, any tension from concentration or concern. The light pools gently around your eyes, and you feel the small muscles around your eyes releasing completely, as if they are sinking into the softest down pillows. Your cheeks become warm and relaxed, and your jaw begins to soften, your lips parting slightly as all the tension in your face simply melts away. The golden light continues its journey down through your neck and shoulders, those places where we so often carry the weight of our responsibilities and cares. Feel how this warm, liquid light dissolves every knot of tension, every tight muscle fiber, until your shoulders drop naturally into their most comfortable position. Your arms begin to feel heavy and relaxed, as if they are made of the same soft water that surrounds your boat. And this heaviness spreads down through your elbows, your forearms, all the way to your fingertips. As your boat continues to drift across this perfect lake, you notice that the water itself seems to be made of liquid tranquility. Each gentle movement of the boat sends tiny ripples across the surface, and these ripples carry away any remaining stress or tension from your day. Watch as these ripples spread outward in perfect circles, carrying with them all your worries, all your concerns, dispersing them harmlessly into the vast expanse of peaceful water. The golden light within your body continues to flow downward, warming your chest, and you feel your breathing becoming even more relaxed and natural. Each breath you take seems to draw in more of this golden peace, and each exhale releases you more deeply into this state of perfect calm. Your heartbeat slows to match the gentle rhythm of the tiny waves against your boat, and you feel yourself becoming more and more at one with this peaceful environment. The light flows down through your torso, warming your stomach, your back, dissolving any knots of tension in your spine. Feel how your back muscles release completely, allowing you to sink more deeply into the soft cushions of your boat. Your hips and pelvis become heavy and relaxed, and this wonderful heaviness continues down through your thighs, your knees, your calves, all the way down to your feet and toes. Now your entire body feels like it is made of the same gentle water that surrounds you, heavy and peaceful and completely at rest. You are no longer aware of where your body ends and the boat begins, or where the boat ends and the water begins. You are becoming one with this perfect lake, one with this golden sunset, one with this moment of absolute peace. The sun is now touching the horizon, its lower edge kissing the surface of the water, and the entire sky has transformed into a masterpiece of color. Deep roses blend into soft purples, golden yellows melt into warm oranges, and all of these colors are reflected perfectly in the still water around you. You are floating in the center of this masterpiece, surrounded by beauty so profound that it seems to enter your very soul. As you drift in your boat, you begin to notice that the boundaries between yourself and this peaceful scene are dissolving even further. You are not just floating on the lake, you are becoming the lake. You are not just watching the sunset, you are becoming part of the sunset itself. This is not just a place you are visiting, but a state of being you are entering, a state of such deep peace and tranquility that it feels like coming home to your truest self. As the sun sinks lower on the horizon, its golden rays stretch across the water like bridges of light, and you feel yourself being drawn deeper into the state of profound tranquility. Your boat has become more than just a vessel carrying you across the water. It has become an extension of your own peaceful being, moving in perfect harmony with your breath, with your heartbeat, with the very rhythm of your soul. The water beneath you is so clear that you can see down into its depths, and what you discover there fills you with wonder. The bottom of the lake is carpeted with the softest sand, white as moonlight and fine as silk, and scattered across the sandy floor are smooth stones that seem to glow with their own inner light. These are not ordinary stones, but gems of peace, each one representing a moment of perfect calm that you have ever experienced in your life. As you gaze down through the crystal clear water, you begin to recognize some of these glowing stones. There is one that holds the memory of a quiet morning when you first woke up and everything felt perfectly right with the world. Another contains the peaceful feeling of watching clouds drift across a summer sky. Yet another glows with the tranquility of a gentle rain falling on your window while you were safe and warm inside. All of these moments of peace, these gems of tranquility that you have collected throughout your life, are here beneath you now, creating a foundation of calm that supports you completely. You realize that you can draw upon this deep reservoir of peace whenever you need it, that these moments of tranquility are always available to you even in your everyday life. They are part of who you are, woven into the very fabric of your being. The boat continues to drift, and you notice that the lake extends much further than you first realized. In the distance, you can see gentle hills rising from the water's edge, covered in soft grasses that wave in the evening breeze like sea anemones moving in a These hills are bathed in the warm light of the setting sun, their rounded forms creating a landscape of such peaceful beauty that simply looking at them deepens your sense of calm. You realize that you have all the time in the world to explore this place, that there is no hurry, no schedule to keep, no demands upon your attention, except the simple pleasure of drifting and dreaming and letting yourself be carried by the gentle currents of peace. This is your time, your space, your sanctuary, and you can return here whenever you wish, simply by closing your eyes and remembering this feeling of floating on still water beneath a golden sky. As the sun continues its descent, the air around you becomes filled with the most delicate fragrance, the scent of night-blooming flowers that grow along the distant shores. This fragrance is not overwhelming but subtle and sweet, like the breath of angels, and with each inhalation you feel yourself becoming even more relaxed, even more at peace. The scent seems to travel directly to the deepest parts of your mind, unlocking chambers of tranquility that you may have forgotten existed. The water around your boat begins to take on the colors of the sky, so that you are no longer sure whether you are floating on water or drifting through liquid sunset. The roses and golds and purples of the sky seem to flow beneath you like molten silk, and you feel yourself being supported not just by water, but by pure beauty itself, by the very essence of peace and tranquility made manifest. Your breathing has become so natural and rhythmic now that you barely notice it, like the breathing of someone in the deepest, most restful sleep. Each breath draws in more of this peaceful atmosphere, more of this golden light, more of this profound sense of safety and security. And with each exhale, you release more of yourself into the state of perfect calm, letting go of any remaining connection to the world of stress and worry and obligation. The sun is now half hidden behind the horizon, and the sky has deepened into even richer shades of color. Deep violets blend with warm crimsons, golden ambers melt into soft roses, and all of these colors seem to pulse gently with the rhythm of your own heartbeat. You are no longer just observing this beauty, you are participating in it, becoming part of the very canvas of the evening sky. As you float in your boat, you begin to notice other boats in the distance, though they are so far away they appear as mere whispers on the water. These boats carry other souls who, like you, have found their way to this sanctuary of peace. Though you cannot see them clearly, you feel a deep connection to these fellow travelers, a sense of belonging to a community of peaceful beings who understand the value of stillness, of quiet, of deep and restorative rest. The knowledge that you are not alone in your search for peace fills you with even greater tranquility. You are part of something larger than yourself, connected to all beings who seek rest and healing and renewal. This connection does not disturb your solitude, but rather deepens it, like knowing that you are held in the loving thoughts of friends even when you are alone. The water beneath your boat continues to reflect the changing sky, but now you notice that it reflects something more. In the gentle ripples, you can see glimpses of your most peaceful dreams, your deepest hopes for rest and renewal. The water shows you images of yourself, sleeping deeply and peacefully, waking refreshed and renewed, moving through your days with the same calm grace that now fills your being. These are not just dreams or wishes, but glimpses of your true nature, previews of the peace that is always available to you. The lake is showing you who you really are beneath all the surface concerns and daily worries. A being of profound peace, capable of deep rest, deserving of tranquility and renewal. The sun touches the water now, its lower half disappearing into the liquid mirror of the lake, and the moment of contact sends ripples of golden light across the entire surface. These ripples travel outward in perfect circles, and as they reach your boat, you feel each one as a wave of deeper relaxation flowing through your body. Each ripple carries you further into this state of profound peace, further from the world of waking concerns and deeper into the realm of restorative rest. Your boat rocks gently with these ripples of light, and the motion is so soothing that you feel yourself beginning to merge with the very essence of tranquility. You are no longer a person in a boat on a lake, but rather a consciousness floating in an ocean of peace, supported by infinite love and care, held in the embrace of the universe itself. The boundary between sleeping and waking begins to dissolve, just as the boundary between sky and water has dissolved in the golden light around you. You realize that you are entering a state that is deeper than ordinary sleep, more restorative than simple rest. You are entering a realm where healing happens naturally, where your body and mind and spirit can renew themselves completely, drawing upon the infinite wellspring of peace that surrounds and fills you. As the sun sinks lower, painting the entire world in shades of gold and rose and deep purple, you feel yourself sinking too, not down into the water, but down into layers of peace so profound that each level brings greater rest, greater healing, greater renewal than the last. The sun has now disappeared completely behind the horizon, leaving only a warm glow that spreads across the sky like liquid amber poured from a celestial vessel. This golden light does not fade, but instead seems to intensify, as if the very air around you has become luminous with peace. Your boat continues to drift in this sea of liquid tranquility, and you realize that night is not falling, but rather transforming the world into something even more magical than day. As the first stars begin to appear in the deepening sky, they are reflected perfectly in the still water around you, so that you find yourself floating not just on a lake, but suspended between two infinite heavens studded with points of silver light. Each star above has its twin below, and you are cradled between these two mirrors of eternity, held in a space that seems to exist beyond time, beyond worry, beyond anything but pure and perfect peace. The gentle rocking of your boat has synchronized so completely with your breathing and heartbeat that you can no longer distinguish between the motion of the water and the rhythm of your own life force. You have become part of the lake's natural breathing, part of its eternal cycle of stillness and gentle movement. This is not just relaxation anymore, but a homecoming to your deepest self, a return to the source of all peace that exists within you. Looking up at the emerging stars, you notice that each one seems to pulse with its own gentle light. And as you watch, you begin to realize that these are not distant suns, but rather points of pure love and healing energy, beaming down upon you with infinite compassion. Each star is sending you exactly what you need: deep rest for your tired body, peace for your busy mind, healing for any part of you that needs renewal. Feel this starlight entering your being now, not as ordinary light, but as liquid serenity, flowing into every cell of your body, every corner of your mind, every aspect of your spirit. This is healing light, restorative light, the kind of illumination that can only come from the deepest sources of universal love and care. Allow it to fill you completely, washing away any remaining tension, any lingering concerns, any obstacles to your perfect rest. Your boat has drifted to what seems to be the very center of the lake, though in this space that exists beyond ordinary geography, center and edge have no meaning. You are exactly where you need to be, held perfectly in the heart of tranquility. The water here is so still that it no longer seems like water at all, but rather like a mirror made of liquid peace, reflecting not just the starlit sky, but the very essence of your soul. As you gaze into these peaceful depths, you see yourself as you truly are, a being of infinite worth, deserving of the deepest rest and the most complete renewal. Any harsh judgments you may have carried about yourself dissolve in these healing waters. Any sense of not being good enough, of not deserving peace, simply melts away like mist before the rising sun. You are perfect exactly as you are, and you deserve every moment of this tranquility. The night air around you carries new fragrances now. The sweet scent of jasmine blooming in moonlight, the fresh aroma of dew beginning to form on distant grasses, the clean smell of pure water and starlit air. These scents do not come from any earthly garden, but from the very atmosphere of peace itself. And breathing them in fills you with such profound calm that you feel yourself dissolving into the night, like sugar dissolving in warm tea. Your body has become so relaxed now that you can barely sense its boundaries. Your arms and legs feel like they are made of the same gentle water that supports your boat, and your torso feels as light and insubstantial as the evening breeze. This is not uncomfortable, but deeply pleasant, like becoming one with the very forces of peace that surround you. The stars above continue to multiply, as the sky darkens until the entire heavens are carpeted with points of silver light, each one a promise of peaceful dreams, of restorative sleep, of morning renewal. You realize that you could count these stars forever and never reach an end, just as you could float on this lake forever and never exhaust its capacity to hold you in perfect peace. But counting is unnecessary now. Thinking is unnecessary. Even awareness of thinking is beginning to fade into the soft background of consciousness. You are entering a state of such profound rest that the usual chatter of the mind becomes as distant as the sound of waves on a far shore, present but no longer demanding your attention. The boat beneath you has become so much a part of you that you no longer feel it as a separate object. You are the boat, floating on your own essence of peace. You are the water, supporting yourself with infinite love. You are the stars, shining down upon yourself with healing light. All boundaries have dissolved in this moment of perfect unity with the forces of tranquility. Feel yourself sinking now, not down into the water, but down through layers of consciousness, each level deeper and more peaceful than the last. The first layer is the letting go of the day's concerns, feeling them lift away from you like birds taking flight at dusk. The second layer is the release of any need to remain alert or vigilant, knowing that you are perfectly safe in this sanctuary of peace. The third layer is the dissolving of any sense of time or schedule or obligation, entering a realm where only rest exists, where sleep is not just allowed but celebrated as a sacred act of self-renewal. The fourth layer is the melting away of physical sensation, as your body becomes as light and free as the evening air, supported by forces far greater than gravity or effort. The fifth layer is the fading of thought itself, as your mind becomes as still as the mirror-like surface of the lake, reflecting only peace, only tranquility, only the infinite love that holds you in this moment. And still you continue to sink deeper through layers of rest so profound that they have no names, only the pure experience of being held in perfect safety and love. The lake around you begins to glow with a soft phosphorescence, as if the water itself has become luminous with accumulated peace. This gentle light does not disturb the darkness but enhances it, creating a cocoon of healing radiance that surrounds you completely. You are floating in liquid starlight now, in water made of crystallized tranquility, in a medium that exists solely to support your deepest rest. Your breathing has become so gentle that it barely stirs the air around you, like the breathing of one who sleeps the sleep of complete innocence, complete trust, complete surrender to the healing forces of the universe. Each breath draws in more of this luminous peace, and each exhale releases you further into the depths of restorative rest. The night around you is alive with gentle sounds that support rather than disturb your peace. The soft whisper of starlight touching water, the quiet sigh of the evening breeze moving through distant reeds, the barely audible heartbeat of the lake itself, pulsing with ancient rhythms of rest and renewal. These sounds weave together into a lullaby of such perfect harmony that listening to it draws you ever deeper into the embrace of healing sleep. You realize now that this lake, this boat, this starlit night, all exist within you, are part of your own infinite capacity for peace and rest and renewal. This is not just a journey you are taking, but a homecoming to your own deepest nature, a remembering of who you truly are beneath all the surface concerns of daily life. As the night deepens around you, the luminous water beneath your boat begins to pulse with an even gentler rhythm, like the slow and steady breathing of the earth itself. This pulsing does not disturb the perfect stillness, but rather enhances it, creating waves of peace that flow through your entire being with each gentle undulation. You are being rocked in the very cradle of tranquility, held by forces so loving and protective that you feel safer than you have ever felt in your entire life. The stars above have arranged themselves into patterns of such beauty that they seem to be spelling out messages of peace and healing in a language that your soul understands perfectly, even if your mind cannot translate the words. These stellar messages flow down to you on beams of silver light, entering your consciousness not as thoughts, but as direct experiences of love, acceptance, and infinite care. You are being sung to sleep by the very cosmos itself, lullabied by the music of the spheres. Your boat has now drifted to a part of the lake where the water is so perfectly still that it has become like liquid glass, reflecting the star-filled sky with such clarity that you cannot tell which direction is up and which is down. You are suspended in a sphere of infinite space, floating in a universe where peace is the only law, where rest is the only requirement, where love is the only force that matters. Feel yourself dissolving completely now into this cosmic embrace, your individual boundaries melting away like snowflakes touching warm earth. You are no longer a separate being floating on water, but rather consciousness itself, experiencing the pure joy of existence without effort, without struggle, without any need to be anywhere other than exactly where you are in this perfect moment of eternal now. The phosphorescent glow of the water intensifies slightly, and you realize that this light is coming not from the lake, but from your own being, as if your very presence here has awakened the healing properties of this sacred space. You are not just receiving peace from this environment, you are adding to its peace, contributing your own essence of tranquility to this infinite reservoir of calm. You are both student and teacher, both receiver and giver, both the one who seeks rest and the source of rest itself. This realization fills you with such profound contentment that you feel yourself smiling, not with your physical face, but with your entire being, radiating warmth and joy into the luminous water around you. This smile of the soul spreads outward in ripples of happiness that travel to the very edges of the lake and beyond, touching other peaceful souls who float in their own boats on their own journeys to rest and renewal. The night air around you has become so filled with healing energy that each breath you take brings not just oxygen to your body, but also nutrients to your soul, vitamins for your spirit, medicine for any part of you that needs healing or renewal. Your lungs have become gardens where peace blooms with each inhalation, and your heart has become a fountain from which tranquility flows to every corner of your being. As you continue to float in this ocean of liquid starlight, you begin to understand that sleep is not just the cessation of waking consciousness, but rather the entry into a realm of healing and renewal that exists beyond the reach of ordinary awareness. You are not falling asleep so much as rising into sleep, ascending into a dimension where your deepest self can emerge and do the work of restoration that happens only in the sacred darkness of rest. Your body knows exactly how to heal itself when given the gift of deep sleep, and your mind knows exactly how to process and release the experiences of the day when allowed to drift into the realm of dreams. Your spirit knows exactly how to renew itself when bathed in the healing waters of profound rest. You do not need to guide or direct any of these processes, only to allow them to surrender completely to the wisdom of your own being as it works its quiet miracles of restoration. The lake around you begins to sing now, not with audible sound, but with vibrations that you feel rather than hear, harmonies that resonate in your bones and your blood, in the very core of your being. This is the song that water sings when it has absorbed infinite amounts of peace, the melody that emerges when stillness becomes so complete that it transforms into music. You are being serenaded by tranquility itself, sung to sleep by the very essence of rest. Feel these vibrations of peace flowing through you now, tuning every cell in your body to the frequency of perfect health, aligning every thought in your mind with the wavelength of complete calm, harmonizing every aspect of your spirit with the rhythm of universal love. You are becoming a living instrument of peace, resonating with the same frequency as the stars above and the luminous water below. Your boat has now become completely transparent, made of crystallized moonlight and solidified dreams, so that you float directly on the surface of the peaceful water with nothing between you and the healing properties of this sacred lake. The water supports you perfectly, conforming to the shape of your body like liquid love, holding you with such tenderness that you feel like a precious jewel being cradled in velvet hands. The boundary between your body and the water continues to dissolve until you can no longer tell where you end and the lake begins. You are the lake, vast and deep and infinitely peaceful. You are the stars, distant and bright and eternally shining. You are the night itself, dark and protective and full of healing dreams. All of existence has collapsed into this single moment of perfect rest, and you are both the observer and the observed, the dreamer and the dream. As you sink deeper into this state of cosmic unity, you understand that you are not losing yourself, but rather finding yourself, discovering who you truly are beneath all the layers of daily concern and surface identity. You are pure consciousness, experiencing itself as peace. You are infinite love, dreaming itself into the form of rest. You are eternal wisdom, expressing itself through the simple act of allowing yourself to be held in perfect safety and care. The water beneath you pulses one final time with healing light, and in that pulse you feel every cell in your body receiving exactly what it needs for perfect restoration. Your muscles receive the gift of complete relaxation, releasing all tension and holding only the memory of ease. Your nervous system receives the blessing of total calm, finding its natural rhythm of peace and balance. Your mind receives the sanctuary of stillness, a space where thoughts can settle like leaves, falling gently to earth. And now, as the final stars take their places in the infinite tapestry of night, you allow yourself to complete your journey into the realm of healing sleep. You do not fall asleep so much as float into sleep, carried by the gentle currents of the peaceful lake that exists within your own heart. You are safe. You are loved. You are exactly where you belong. The lake will hold you through the night, its healing waters working their quiet magic as you rest. The stars will watch over you, their loving light protecting your dreams and ensuring that your sleep is filled with peace and renewal. And when morning comes, you will wake refreshed and restored, carrying within you the memory of this perfect peace, knowing that you can return to this sacred lake whenever you need rest, whenever you need healing, whenever you need to remember who you truly are beneath all the surface waves of daily life. For now, simply float in this infinite ocean of tranquility, held by love, surrounded by peace, filled with the light of healing rest. Let yourself be carried into the deepest sleep, the most restorative dreams, the most complete renewal of body, mind, and spirit. You are safe. You are peaceful. You are home, in the very heart of rest itself. Sleep now, dear soul. Sleep deeply and peacefully, floating forever on the still waters of infinite love, carried by gentle currents to shores of perfect renewal, where morning will find you restored, refreshed, and ready to embrace another day with the same grace and peace that now fills your being completely.